Tammy Bitton. Thanks for taking the time to set some exciting goals for you, to design a life that you love. It's such an exciting time. So often we meander through life, we just kind of cruise without really knowing where we want to go. And to me, goals are a little bit like setting the GPS. So it might be an exciting new destination, somewhere that you've never been before. But setting that goal allows you to craft the pathway to get there, allows the journey to be much easier, much more direct. Now, there is a condition on goals for me, and that is to make sure that my clients are setting their own goals. Because so often the goals that we have for ourselves are society's goals for us. They are, based on ideals that aren't necessarily ours, based on values that aren't necessarily ours. They might be things that our parents wanted for us, or things that the newspaper or the TV tells us that we should have, or the things that pop up on Facebook and tell us that we need. But it's so important to connect to you, to what you really want, so that your goals are authentic, so you have that drive, that motivation behind it, because it's aligned with your values and what you're really, really wanting at the core of who you are. And so the goal guide really looks at that. So the first step is to go through and look at your wheel of life, and that's on the first kind of pages. And that wheel of life is really a common tool in coaching, and it's designed just to give you a reflection on to where you're at now. The thing that I really like about it is it also gives you the ability to check in, and after you kind of look at a particular area of life and you figure out what your values are, it allows you to check in and see if those values were met, what would the area of life look like then? And in 3 months, 6 months time, it allows you to look back and notice what's changed. Now, when you're doing the wheel of life, remember that 1 is kind of completely dissatisfied and 10 is, yeah, I'm thrilled. It couldn't possibly get any better. And it's important to note that it's your perception of it. It's not somebody else's ideal. It's how satisfied you are with that area of life. It doesn't matter if I took on that area and I think your life would be a 10 out of 10. It's what you think that matters most. So make sure you take the time to tap into your own self, your own inner wisdom, and notice what comes up. So once you've done that wheel of life, just notice what you notice. Some areas might be a 2 and some might be an 8, and they all might be a bit blur, or they all might be exceptional. It doesn't really matter. Without judgment, just kind of have a look at it and notice what you notice. Is there a particular area of life that needs your attention first? And it might not be the lowest one. Give it a go. See what you notice. And then once you've done that, move on to, each section has a little page. And once you move on to that, it's going to ask you what your values are. And your values are what's important to you in those areas of life. So for career, it might be fulfillment. It might be money. It might be progression, it might be constant learning, it might be flexibility, adaptability. You might be a mum that works, and so maybe it's that flexibility you need in a career right now. Maybe it's, you have a 6-figure income right now and you want to throw it all in to live your passions because you're not feeling fulfilled. And I have clients like that. So tap into, what it is that would make you feel good in your career or whatever area of life you're working on. What's important to you in that area? And then have a look and ask yourself, are they being met? If they're not being met, work your way through. What can you do to get them met? What needs to change? And what will you see, hear, and feel? What will you notice when those values are met? I'm curious how it'll affect other areas of life too. Once you've worked through all of those areas of life in a similar kind of way, looking at what steps you'll take, what values there are, all of that information there, at the back of the guide, there is a goal setting quiz. or questionnaire. So it is a way for you to work through those goals, for you to pick an area of life, a thing that you want to do, and set a goal for it. So it might be to run the Spartan race. That's one of mine. It might be to do a marathon, also one of mine. But it might be things like complete career change. I want to propel myself into a completely different world. It might be that you want to attract a relationship, or that you want your current relationship to be better. It might be anything from, you know, buying a house, buying a car, any goal that you want to set in any area of life. You might want to propel yourself forward in your career or start earning a six-figure income. Whatever it is for you, set that goal and work through. And I will say that the key piece of that is the evidence. What will you see, hear, and feel when you've already achieved that goal? And it might be things like, what do you say to yourself? What are other people saying to you? How do you feel in your body? Is it, you know, what emotions do you notice? Are you excited? Are you thrilled? Are you proud? Are you feeling energized, vibrant, vital? What kind of things do you see? You know, if it's a goal, a running Spartan like mine is, do you see yourself at that finish line, feeling amazing at having achieved it? If it's a new relationship, you know, do you see yourself cuddling on the couch with a new partner or your existing partner? Do you see yourself getting that new career promotion handed to you? What do you see, hear, and feel when you've achieved that goal? I'd love to hear your goals. Send them through. There's a little Facebook Messenger button down below. Click it and share your goals. Sometimes it can help to have someone just hear them for you. And let me know how you go with the process. If you have any questions, also feel free to message me. I look forward to hearing from you, and have fun setting those goals.